Hello, it is Graham Norton here from Bears Tea and Tarot with my wonderful co-host Richard G. Jones. Hi, Richard.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been a while. We've been busy, so it's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. You're looking fabulous and skinny at the moment. So yes,
I think
good
it's
for
a trick
you.
of the light. I'm sure of it.
It's the trick of the light. Yes, it's the camera. It's the studio cameras. That's it. Yes.
I've got those reverse studio cameras, that take 20 pounds off, honestly.
We could all do with those.
It's just stress, love. Honestly, that's what it is. No, it's been, I don't know. Thank you for saying, but I'm not doing anything extra special. Not really, but thank you.
Well, you look amazing. And I'm all tanned, obviously.
I was going to say, and you're lovely and tan, so there we go.
Yes. Well, I was sunning myself, as you know, all August between Spain and Greece, and I have fallen in love with Greece and the Aegean Sea, and I just, part of my soul is still there, I think. But I had lots of lovely mystical experiences, and Spirit has been working its magic ever since. And don't give me that look, Hugh. I can see you there. When I said mystical experience, yes, there was some of those experiences too, but inverted
calling them. Okay.
Yeah,
well, they may have been mystical for.
They were. The earth definitely moved a few times, and that wasn't just the earthquakes.
Just picturing like Shirley Valentine somewhere on a beach, you know what I mean?
I did it. You must have seen the photograph of me with the cocktails, you know, the little hat on. Yes. Well, I did have to do it because, you know, I promised myself. I actually watched it on the way on the plane over. Oh, I haven't seen it in years, but I was sitting there thinking to myself, yeah, you know, and I had some lovely experiences with some very special gentlemen who I'm still in contact with. So life is good. Yes.
That's what you should get when you're on your hollybobs.
Well, indeed. But Spirit also came to me in various ways because I put it out into the universe because, you know, I have the cult. So I wanted a new home for the cult that was a bit more practical than that we had. And I put it out. And when I came back on the plane back from Barcelona, do you remember I'd gone to Montserrat to see the Black Virgin? I had a message in my head, go and check the old library in Whitechurch and Taylor's Lane. I went, okay. So I eventually got down there last Friday after all my traveling. And boom, I've now ended up, it's no longer used as a library, it's a community space.
Oh, okay.
So no problem. And I learned Reiki there as many, many moons ago, you know, before I was silver. And so I'm going to be in there. And they also gave me a space where I can go back because Spirit said to me it wants me to do more one-on-one work because most of it, you know, my work is online because of my client base. But now a lot of people have been asking me for face-to-face appointments and stuff like that for all my services. And so, yeah, they've now given me a room where I can do all of that and in this beautiful little healing space. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'll be able to do client work. I'm so happy. It's just amazing. So,
when will you be able to start doing that?
We are starting on the 26th of this month. And then, so I'm going to start with a Friday. And then I go Thursdays and Fridays from the week after.
Okay. So people will be able to come and book appointments for you and everything?
They will. My website is being updated with a calendar for the moment. And what you can do is you can go in and you can book whichever of my services for that hour that you want to come to. So, you know, the space will be there. So it's all very, very good. Yes. And already like people are booking in, which is fantastic. And so without the website being up and running. So, because again, there was quite a lot of people wanted. So it's fantastic. But then I'm so happy that we have the space now for the community as well to meet this, you know, the cult. So it's all good for the hands-on healing, etc. So there we go. Lovely. So today's episode is going to be interesting because it's all about our listeners.
That's right. No guests today.
No guests today.
It's letters from our listener, viewers, readers, whatever.
They're very moving.
Okay.
I'd love to answer them all, but, you know, we'll get to them eventually. But some of them are very moving, so we'll answer what we can. And I'm also going to do a meditation. Okay. So for those who are listening, what we'll do today is I'm hoping that some of these questions will also serve as a Clead-on for you because, you know, it might resonate with you. Now, we will do a Clead-on at the end, as we normally do. But kind of like, so remember, you might be hearing this for a reason. just. Oh, and yes, having been to Delphi to see the oracles where she used to get stoned and pronounce prophecies, I'm well versed in the Alcledons.
So that's right, the birthplace of the Cledon, indeed.
Exactly. So yes, and that was a very powerful experience. But yes, but the Delos was something else. I said I ended up on Delos twice, and the first time I went on a group trip, and but with a tour, and it was all guided and whatever. And we didn't get up to the Temple of Isis because there was just so much to do. So, but I had booked to go snorkeling around Thrinaea, which is a neighboring island. But they had a quick stop off on Delos that morning, so I got to go up. And a friend of mine, who's a witch friend, our times were overlapping, but we didn't get to meet. He secreted a sacred band he put lots of energy into for me in the ruins of Delos, and I was able to find it. So I now have it in my possession, which is quite lovely. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks. But anyway, so yes, lovely. So I suppose we will start with our guided meditation as we normally do.
That's good. I'm gonna play with the screen a bit and get you just to be on the screen on your own. So
okay.
I know what I'm like. Let's see.
No, you shouldn't be hiding now that you're skinny.
No, I know. I know I can't make that. I can't make this work. So I'll leave you to it, and then I come back just at the end. So because I'm going to do it. How sometimes
gotcha. Don't fall asleep.
Do it in case but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to remove myself from the presentation, but I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Well, guys, so today the guided meditation is going to help you connect with your spirit guide or higher self, whatever you want to call it, your intuition, but also provide some chakra clearing, because I think everybody's a bit all over the place this last week because we're in the middle of eclipse season and there's a lot of stuff going on emotionally for people. So I just thought, it'd be nice to connect us back to our intuition. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you just to relax where you are if you can. So close your eyes, and I just want you to breathe very slowly in through your mouth. Hold your breath and then release it through. So in through the nose. Hold and out. Breathing in, holding and out. And as you begin to breathe in, I want you to imagine that you're breathing in peace, letting it fill your whole body, and you're exhaling any tension that you've been holding. So with each breath, you allow your body to soften. You allow your shoulders to drop, your jaw to unclench, and your mind to settle. I want you to know that you are safe, you are supported, and you are exactly where you need to be. And just allow this wonderful healing peace to wash over you as you breathe in and out. I now want you to imagine golden roots growing from the soles of your feet and traveling deep into the earth, deeper and deeper, until they reach the very core of the earth, the heart of Gaia herself. I want you to feel her warmth and steady presence grounding you. With every breath, draw up this earth energy, letting it anchor and support you. And now I want you to bring your awareness to your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. I want you to visualize a glowing red light spinning gently. And with each breath, this red light becomes clearer, brighter, and stronger. And I want you to repeat the following mantra after me. I am safe. I am grounded. I belong. Let this wonderful saying help any fears or instability melt away into the earth. Feel the beautiful red energy of the root chakra restore. Now, moving your awareness to your lower belly, just below your belly button. Here, I want you to visualize a vibrant orange light spinning gently. This is your sacral chakra. With each breath, feel it pulsing with creativity and emotion as you repeat, I am creative, I am connected, I flow with life. Release any stagnant emotions or blockages as this wonderful orange light pulses through your body, restoring your creativity and balancing your emotions. Next, turn your attention to your solar plexus, which is just below the rib cage. Here, I want you to see a radiant yellow light spinning, yellow like the sun. I want you to feel its warmth and power building. As you say, I am powerful. I am confident. I trust myself. Allow self-doubt to dissolve into light as this wonderful orange or yellow light flows through your body. Next, bring your awareness to the center of your chest. Here, I want you to visualize a soft green light spinning and glowing with love. This is your heart chakra. Let it expand with every breath as you say, I am love. I am loved. I open to give and receive love. And as you say this, let any old grief or hurt gently release. For when you love yourself, you are truly able to love other people, but it begins with you. Next, bring your awareness to your throat chakra. Here, I want you to see a bright blue light spinning gently. Feel it opening with clarity and truth. As you say, I speak my truth with love. I express myself clearly. And you let your voice be free and authentic as this wonderful blue light pulses, restoring your true self. Next, turn your attention to your third eye, which is in the center of your forehead. I want you to focus on the space between your eyebrows. And I want you to visualize an indigo light spinning gently, like a star in the night sky. I want you to feel your intuition awaken as you repeat, I see clearly. I trust my inner wisdom. And as you do this, let any mental fog or confusion lift as you connect back to your third eye. Next, moving your attention to your crown chakra, which is at the top of the head. I want you to bring your awareness to here, and as you do so, I want you to see a radiant violet light spinning and opening like a lotus flower. I want you to feel it connecting to your higher self and the divine as you say, I am connected. I am one with the universe. Let this beautiful light pour in from above, filling you with peace and clarity. Imagine this beautiful, beautiful silver white light coming down through the violet lotus petals that have opened to receive it, flooding your body. This wonderful sense of peace and clarity. And now, I want you to allow this light to gently cocoon you in a safe, glowing space of pure love. Within this space, I want you to set a clear intention by repeating the following words. I open my heart and energy to connect with my spirit guide. Only those of the highest light and love. I welcome your presence. Now, simply breathe and listen. Feel the shift in energy around you. You may sense warmth, a presence, you may hear a word, or you may see an image, or simply just receive a feeling. Trust whatever comes to you. Even stillness is a sacred sign. And if a guide appears, you may ask, what message do you have for me today? What name or symbol may I use to know you? How can I deepen my connection with you? Just take a few quiet moments here to receive whatever is given without judgment. Now, I ask you to bring your awareness back to your breath. I want you to feel the energy of your guide gently stepping back, leaving you with gratitude, peace, and support. Feel your chakras aligned, your energy flowing, and your heart open. I want you to visualize the golden roots still holding you steady in the earth, and above, the light still shining down through your crown. You are connected. You are guided. You are whole. I want you to take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And begin to gently move your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and come back to the room.
Keep getting around the wrong way. Hold on. There we go.
There we go. Oh. How are you?
Good.
Was that good for you?
It was. I think it was very good, very needed. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
If I may.
Of course. What are you drinking today? I'm drinking Rob Roberts.
Just Tetley. We can get. It's funny. I can get Tetley tea from the supermarket, away from the British section, like in the tea and coffee section. But it's Tetley. It's made in it. It comes straight from India. So it's cheap,
gas,
and it's wonderful. So like, because they charge a fortune for like the British stuff, and I'm like,
why?
And there's no difference in my, I mean, tea comes from India anyway, so it's not like I'm getting any different kind of tea. But yeah, so lovely. So my tea. So yeah,
okay,
great.
Yeah. So I'm going to go on to our readers' questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm kind of thinking to myself, well, I was very moved by this one.
Okay.
So it's I mean, a lot. They were all very moving, but I thought, this one I think is going to resonate with a lot of people, even if it's, even if there's straight, male, female, whatever, because there's a lot of people of my own age bracket, your own age bracket, and we're all kind of like in this sort of limbo-y state at the moment. Okay, so Sex and the City has an awful lot to answer for. We're all waiting for Mr. Big to come and sweep us off our feet. But anyway, so this is from a gentleman called Demetrious V, and he's from Los Angeles.
Lovely.
Okay.
Lovely. You love a bit of Los Angeles.
Indeed. So the question is, I'm a gay man who's quickly approaching 50 and exploring a new career path to take me to retirement. What guidance do the cards offer for attracting a romantic partner who not only aligns with my career-driven mindset and lifestyle, but also supports and complements my values and homebody way of life? Now, isn't that an interesting question? I think that's going to resonate with an awful lot of people of a certain age group.
Yeah, because I think once you get, I mean, I'm 53.
Well, yeah, I know, I'm joking. Yeah,
just to say, and I think it's interesting because even if you want to go out and party like you're 20 or 30, like you can't. Your body won't let you. I think there really has to be. There is a change, and I think you've got to. I think embrace it. Embrace it. If nothing else, I know you're going to do a card reading, but I think embrace age, but also don't worry about age. I think do what you want to do.
I have to say, I mean, my own self. I mean, I love being in my mid to late 40s. I'm 46. I absolutely love it. It's the best age ever for me. I just don't want. I mean, yes, am I going to Downton Abbey next week with my mother? Yes. but these things happen. One has to do them. Yeah, it's Downton Abbey. I couldn't miss it. But anyway, so but no, you do. I think you just have to trust. But I think also you're older and wiser, and you can be a little bit more clear about what it is that you want, and you don't have to take what doesn't suit you. And I think sometimes when we're younger, we desperately put ourselves in situations because we're afraid of being alone or whatever. But the more inner strength you build, the more you kind of realize, actually, do you know what? I'm pretty worth it, and I need this, and this in my life. And I don't need to be out partying all the night. I'm kind of like, every now and again is great, but like, going out for dinner with friends, whatever, But anyway, that's
no, absolutely. Well, I mean, let's dig in, but it's interesting. We're a similar age to this person as well.
Exactly. So yes, I'm going to be using a slightly different tarot deck, and I've just realized that because I've left the other ones in my other room, and I'm going to use the Hanson Roberts today, which I never use. So they're all based off fairy tales. Okay, so they're kind of like, they're not fairy tales as such, but they're sort of that kind of imagery to make people. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to be using them. So now I've designed a tarot spread to help answer Demetrious's questions. Okay, so I'm going to use 8 cards.
Lovely.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so I'm going to read out what each card first means. Okay.
You want to
as in the positions. Yeah.
Okay.
As in, yeah, I'm going to switch over to that first, but I'm going to read out, so yes, well, actually, what I'll do is, I'll switch over and we can do it as I read. Okay, so
I just checked because I got to move the camera around and do all that. So I'm going to.
Yes. So I'll change now. Let me have a look.
3, but I need to.
Camera, and we are going to go to.
I'm trying to get.
God, I thought I'd lost you there for a second.
No, there we go. But I'm trying to do 3. Where are you? Because you should be in this one. You on you?
Yeah, I'm still here. Hang on. Yes, that kind of freaks me out. So yes, there we go.
There we go.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you beautifully, and we both hear sound-wise as well. That was the other thing I was.
Which is the important thing. Yes. So as you can see, they're a slightly different playing card deck this time.
Lovely. Yes. I think I've got that deck myself.
Yeah. I rarely use it, but it's an interesting one, and it still all means the same, but it's going to be interesting to have. It might the different imagery might give us a different interpretation.
Well, I find you're very good at finding like the colors and the different little bits of the artwork speak to you. That fascinates me.
Yeah. Do you know what? One of the days I was thinking for a bit of crack, because I can read just like your average playing cards.
Well,
that would be kind of a bit of fun, wouldn't it? We could do that for a bit of crack.
That's going back in time, like the Medicis, I think.
Yeah, and I did it one day and I got all sorts of mad stuff. But anyway, for people, it's a little party trick to do it every day. And maybe we'll do it as a special for Christmas or something.
That's a good idea.
Yes. So they're going to stay there. So I'm going to explain to you, Demetrious, what each of the placements is going to mean. Okay, so the first card we're going to pick is his current energy. So where is he right now in his life as he approaches this new chapter, career, love, etc. Okay, card 2, career alignment. What kind of career path will best support his sense of stability, passion, and purpose in this next stage of life? Okay, now card 3, romantic readiness. What energy is he holding on to that attracts or blocks, remember this, a potential partner? Card 4, his ideal partner's energy. So the qualities and values of the romantic partner who complements your career, your being driven, and your homebody lifestyle. Okay, so card 5 then is shared values and home life. Now this is kind of interesting. So what will make your connection thrive in the day-to-day? So your sanctuary together. Okay, so basically how are you going to build this life together? Okay, now I thought for a bit of crack, we'd have now crack in Irish, remember, is fun. And spelled
right.
CRAIC. It's not as in the drugs. Okay.
Right.
So yes. So the card 6 is the meeting point. So where and how are you most likely to connect with this aligned partner? That's always very interesting. It might give you a bit of connection. So card 7, guidance for attraction. What you need to embody, release, or step into to magnetize this partner into your life. That's interesting, isn't it? And then card 8, the long-term vision, the outcome when career and love harmonize, the shared path towards retirement, stability, and joy. Oh, look at that. Look what's after just falling out. The Two of Swords and the Empress. They literally fell out. So remember them. They're going to be our little theme. Okay. I'm loving this. So that's very powerful. Of course, the Two of Swords is about having that moment of clarity, right? Making the decision to follow your heart, right, over your head, because sometimes we have to take the blindfold off, take that pause and listen to what the intuition is trying to tell us. There's a journey over water. It's very interesting. And then here is the Empress. So the Empress is, of course, all abundance, happiness, and everything else. So yes, this is very powerful. It's very powerful. And it's also about making creative choices.
Wow.
Remember that. So that's our theme. Okay. So they came out as I was reading the last question. So basically, guys, Demetrious, whoever you're going to meet is going to really enhance your life. You're going to be a great team together. Okay. So let's go back and look at the current energy of the situation. So where are you right now in life as you approach this next chapter? So career, love, and self. So Richard, you're going to act as Demetrious.
Yes.
And you can see me shuffling on the screen.
I can indeed.
So when you're ready, I want you to tell me to stop, and we'll go top, middle, and bottom. We just jump up there. Interesting. Okay. So stop. Okay. Yeah. Do you want top, middle, or bottom?
Middle.
Middle. Okay. Oh, that one seemed to really want to fall out, so I'm going to put that there. Okay. Right. Now, there we go. So that's card 1. That's this current energy. Let's go for card 2. So what is career alignment? So what kind of career path will best support your sense of stability, passion, and purpose?
Stop. Bottom.
Okay. Bottom. Okay, that's card 2. Okay. Now, card 3, romantic readiness.
Stop. Top.
Okay. And then we are going to go to card 4, the ideal partner's energy. Oh, that fell out.
Go for it. Yep.
Okay, so I just have to put it up. That's interesting. Okay, wow. Okay.
Stop.
Okay, top, middle, bottom.
Middle.
Okay. So shared value in home life. Okay. Now, let's have a look at card 6.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Top card.
Okay. Okay, card 7.
Keep going a bit, I think. And stop on that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom.
Okay. And card 8, the long-term vision for the two of them.
I think that needs a good little shuffle there. I think
it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And stop on that one.
Okay.
Middle
again. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so I'm going to turn them all over.
Great.
Okay. Wow. That's very interesting. Ooh. Loving this. And I'm going to put, that's an interesting, I think that should be that way. Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. This is quite an interesting, because I'm going to actually turn that up because that makes more sense that way. Okay, so, oh, actually, no, that actually makes much more sense that way. So, yeah, okay, Right. So I'm going to read out what we have. So can you see these clearly, Richard? The 8 cards.
You put the camera
down a bit.
Yeah, perfect. You did. No.
Okay.
To the left a bit, or your right a bit. I'm not sure. That's it. That's it. Perfect.
Okay. So what we have for card 1 is his current energy, right? So where are you right now in your life as you approach this new chapter, career, love, and self? Well, it's the sun. I mean, you can't get much better than that. That's a major arcana. So basically, this is very, very interesting because look at this, right? You've this little cherubic kid on a white horse and he's a sun in the background. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there should be a 5th one somewhere, sunflower, okay? So, well, there is normally a 5th one, but there's 4 in this picture. So, okay, so we'll take that at face value. So 4, of course, is stability or stagnation, but the sun is a wonderful thing. So you're actually in a very good place. But the thing is, you need to allow yourself to be vulnerable. If you see the child is naked, okay, it's a bit like Lady Godiva. So vulnerability is their strength. So they need to be able to come out. But look, he also has the blue flag in the background. So blue, of course, is the voice. You need to allow yourself to stand in your power by being vulnerable and honest about who you truly are. Because when that happens, that's when you find peace with yourself. That will help you become at peace with yourself. Because if you're out there constantly doubting yourself and that you're not a good partner, etc., what vibe are you giving off? Yeah. So basically, you are ready, but you need to believe it. But you also need to stop trying to protect yourself. The sun is about standing in the light. Remember, the sun is the greatest disinfectant. You know, it makes you feel good. It helps disease, blah, 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 blah. So you need to stand in the light and be who you truly are. Stand into that, not try to hide your light under a bushel. But it's also about you being authentic about who you truly are and express yourself against the blue. So the blue is saying, be authentic about who you are. Stop trying to fit in with other people. You know, you might have to do whatever you do to kind of for your work life, but you don't have to carry that forward into your personal life. You know, this is about you standing and being true and not giving into expectations of other people. This is like you need to be the authentic person you are because that's the only way you're going to find love.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So you are ready. That's what it's saying. You're in the process of making this change. So you just have to trust it because then the stability will come once you're happy in your own self and you're being authentic. But you also need to become very clear on what it is you actually want. Because if you don't know, the universe won't know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the universe does know, but you're not listening to what it's trying to tell you. So it can't deliver because you're blocking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really powerful. I'm really feeling that. Are you sensing anything with this? Would you agree with this, Richard?
Yeah, I mean, I interestingly on that first card, I think the 5th sunflower is the sun.
Exactly, of course, exactly, which is the change. So exactly. So when you step into that, your authenticity, you then are able to make the changes necessary to manifest what you want.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah. And look, if you look at the colors around the sun, they're kind of pinks and oranges and yellows. It's those lower chakras. So everything then becomes balanced because we have a true sense of who we are. So actually, all of the chakras are represented on this card, which is interesting considering we've just done that meditation, isn't
it? Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
So you're letting the light in so that you can radiate at your best. Exactly. So the 4, once you become steady in who you are, then you can make the change. But it's about loving yourself first and being vulnerable, being that child who can go out and go, look at me, you know. So, you know, interesting. So now this is the next question. So career alignment, what kind of career path will best support your sense of stability, your passion, purpose in this next stage of life? Well, this is really, really interesting because it's the 7 of Pentacles. Now, the 7 of Pentacles is, as we know, long-term plans. Okay. So this is also Earth. This is all about nurturing. Okay. 7 is knowledge and experience. Okay. So if you look at this guy, okay, now to be fair, he looks a bit more depressed than the other guys in other cards, but actually what I think it is, it's about just being reminded that, you know, we need to allow time for things to grow because you can see the flowers hidden in the trees there. Can you just about see them?
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, you've the field in the background and you've the sun, you know. This is quite interesting. So basically what I feel this card is telling you is that how can you best use your talents to help other people? Because I think, you know, spirit likes us to be of service to other people. So basically, if you use your gifts to help develop the lives of other people, that's what it's going to help bring forth the change that you need. Because you see all these references to soil. Okay. Now, if you look, the mountains are behind him. So you're over the big obstacles, but you need to trust that you've done the hard work. You've got the necessary stuff. It's just taking root now. And then you have the germination of an idea and that you need to follow it to its fruition. But for me, because this is an earth card coming up here, it's kind of like allowing things to develop. But I feel it's about sowing seeds to help other people grow, because I think that's what the satisfaction is going to come for you. You know, because again,
do you mean like teaching maybe then? Is that what you think?
Well, not necessarily teaching. I mean, that could be an element, but it could be like, it's like it is teaching involved, but I'd say like it's definitely helping other people reach their potential.
Right.
Yeah. So through whatever way that is, it's that, because it's interesting, because again, look at this. We have the orange again, which is of course the sacral chakra, which is your creativity, your passion. We've had that just after the sun. So about stepping into the truth of who you are. Okay. So I do feel this is about being a guide to other people to help achieve their own best life. You know, so maybe you're using whatever skills you have in your work life to teach, exactly as you said, to teach other people in whatever way that is. But this is about you getting the most out of your life, is going to be of using it to be of service to other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. To me, yeah.
So I feel like it's about you using your gifts to help other people realize their potential in whatever way that will show up, because we don't actually know what his career is.
No.
You know, so just, you know, but it is about that. But it is, you have everything inside you. You just have to be clever and lay the seeds and go with it. You know, I am getting a very strong vibe, because my hands are burning now, that there is a germ of an idea growing and you need to follow it through to fruition. Yeah. So interesting. Romantic readiness. What energy you're holding on to that attracts or blocks a potential partner. And look at this. We have the Two of Cups reversed. And we know the Two of Cups is a romantic card. Okay. Now, and it has come out reversed. So this is quite interesting. So I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to turn it around this way so we can all look at it first. Okay. So can we see the wonderful beast, the mythical beast at the top? What is that?
It looks like a lion, to me.
Yeah.
Is it a lion's face or a
It's a winged lion. It's a chimera. Okay. So what is a chimera? It is it was a fantastical beast that had wings. Had the head of a lion, the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and the tail of a dragon, and it breathed fire. And sometimes they had wings. Okay. Now we also see here the caduceus of healing. Okay. The staff of Asclepius. Okay, the two snakes. Okay. So interesting. So all of that's embodied there. Now the thing about the Two of Cups, we have the two people. We have the boy and the girl. Okay. Now in the Rider-Waite-Smith, they would, or even the Morgan Greer that I normally use, they represent the Fool and the High Priestess coming together. So your ego, your intuition, joining forces to create something unique and special. Hence the chimera. But this will allow the healing. Because the staff of Asclepius is about, in the legend, when he saw the first snake, he bashed it over the head, and then he went over and he saw another snake bite it, and it brought it back to life. So that's how he got the idea to help other people. He went around and he became friends with the snake and blah, 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 blah. That's the legend. So he's able to bring people back to life. Okay. So what this is telling you is that you need to balance your own fears, okay, to heal the wounds to go forward. So that tells me that you have, because it's reversed, you have fears about getting into another relationship because you feel you're going to lose yourself. So again, what you need to do is you need to take that risk. You know, it's again working on yourself. Again, this is the message all the way through. looking at what you have to offer and realizing it is enough for somebody, because again, our vibe attracts our tribe. So yes, it is telling you the Two of Cups is that you've blocked yourself because you're terrified to get into a new relationship in case that person takes from you. So remember, a healthy emotional relationship is where two people come together owning their own stuff, and then they build something new together. So you're blocking that because you're thinking you're not ready, you're thinking you're not good enough. So therefore you're putting it out there, and that's what people are reading. So there's no chance of building a future. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Does that feel okay to you, Richard? Are you vibing with this?
Yeah, I do. I do. I feel like there's a lingering of the past.
Yeah, it's like let it go.
Yeah,
as Mel Robbins would say.
Yeah, and you got to let go of the preconceptions. Just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. But if you keep calling it, unless you keep calling it towards you, so you've got to let it go. Yeah.
Exactly. As we all know, that energy flows where attention goes. Yeah. So if you keep expecting something to happen, the universe will go, okay, boom. You know, you're the one in control here who can break the pattern, but you need to start thinking, yeah, this didn't work out and this didn't work out, but there has to be a reason why. And apart from the fact that if it was a relationship that didn't work out, it wasn't meant to be. But, you know, you need to own your own part of that. And you also need to see that person for who they are, you know, and let them go. Let them go off with love and light.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you need to learn the lesson about what didn't work, because then that becomes what you don't want in your next partner. It makes sense. Yeah? Yeah. So this is quite interesting. I'm finding this is really fascinating, that this card has turned up for a card for the ideal partner's energy. So this is about the qualities and values of the romantic partner who complements your career-driven homebody lifestyle. Now, so the Five of Swords is a weird card.
The Five of Swords, did you say?
Five of Swords, right? Look at it, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's almost like an underhanded thing, right? Now, five is change, right? But I'm going to read this in a very unusual way because, again, nobody wants a blackguard, right? Let's be fair, right? Well, you might do, but you know, this is quite interesting because if you look at this character, right, he looks like he's won a big victory, right? These two people over here are crying over things, right? The swords down here on the ground, and he's holding three of them. Okay, so for me, the way I'm going to interpret this card is because swords, remember, are thoughts. Okay, so this is somebody who has learned their lessons, right? This is how I'm feeling this. And the three, again, remember, if we think of three, the card of heartbreak, the Three of Swords, right? This person, because remember, this is in a romantic context, is someone who is strong-willed, right? Now, I'm going to say that this is come out because it's about somebody who doesn't want to take advantage of other people, who has their stuff together, but who also has mastered their own stuff. Because if you look all in the distance is the wastelands and stuff like this. So basically, they've left all the pain of the past behind them and they've moved forward and owned their stuff. So this person then is ambitious, okay? Because they're using what they've been given to create new ways to go forward. That's what I feel. Because if we look, this is quite an interesting thing on this card. If we look at the belt of the man, we have a chalice. And of course, where do we find the chalice? The Ace of Cups. And what is the chalice?
I can't remember.
Well, the chalice is new birth.
That's right. Yes.
Right? It's healing. It's the emotional wellspring. And it's also the reminder that something from something painful, something beautiful can grow. So for me, this is telling us the five, the change. This person has gone through their stuff. It hasn't been easy for them, but they're in a very zen place. And I feel that that's why this is coming out. What I'm going to do is, just because I'm curious about this card, I'm going to pull an extra card on top of it. The World.
There you go.
So again, it's that balance. They're balanced, they're ambitious, they have their stuff together. Hence, we have the 4 holy archangels in the corners. We have the zodiac symbols. We have the 4 elements. So they know who they are. They're balanced. They become the dancer in the world, and they are ready to be successful in their own right. This person is attuned to who they truly are. So we have the blue. So again, they own their own voice. With the green of victory, the laurel reeds. And we have all the cross hatchings of the red. So they understand who they truly are and also what it is they want. So you need somebody who has their stuff together, whatever way they are. So they won't take from you, they will support you. So what you need is, as I say to people, you need someone who's going to promote you, not demote you.
Yeah.
So someone that you believe in as much as they believe in you. Again, it's about that balance. Someone who's been through their stuff and has owned it. So this is their energy. Okay. They're a good person. It's like I'm kind of feeling Queen of Wands energy. So it's a bit like they've been burned and they're ready to help and nurture other people, but not at their own expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing their wisdom, the wisdom of those battles.
Yeah.
Isn't necessarily that you should win all of those battles all the time.
No.
But you've been through them and you know the pitfalls, kind of thing, almost.
Yeah. So there's someone who's willing to do the work on themselves because they realize that they're not perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So card 5, shared values and home life. Now, interesting. Considering what we've just been speaking, the next card is justice. Like, I mean, come on. What will make your connection thrive in the day-to-day? Your sanctuary together. Well, justice is, of course, about balance and honesty. And again, this is a karmic card, right? She holds the scales in her hand and the sword. So it's about like truly being honest, cutting away all the shit that doesn't work. The 3 on the crown is again divine wisdom. It's that having the knowledge and experience of all your life lessons, right? If we see the blue here over her shoulders, right, and on her dress, that again is speaking with clarity and wisdom. It's kind of greeny brown, so that's abundance, is that kind of stuff. It's like, you know, everything is give and take, but it's someone who's very, very grounded. But listen, look at this. Intuition, of course, the portal. Look at that. It's like the high priestess.
I just want to say,
so it's about that. Someone who is very in touch with who they are, their emotions, their spiritual. So both of you need to be honest. Okay. So shared values and home life. It's about you both finding balance and learning how to live with each other, but through communication, honesty, and accepting each other for the flaws that you both have. Because that will enable you to grow towards something truly beautiful. Because often our weaknesses, we go to someone, we attract partners who either can help us compensate for our weaknesses or help us learn how to do so. Okay? So that's what this is about. You both complement each other because it's justice, but it's about you both owning your own stuff, okay, and being very, very honest. And it's all about balance and not one trying to have one up on the other. It's about you're both at such and such place in your life, and you'll both come together to work towards a common goal. Does that make sense? Are you feeling this? It's about communication and justice.
Yeah, I think it follows on from the other one. It's almost, I'm feeling like there's no need for arguments because we've been through it. We know that, you know, there's no need for accusations. There's no need for the petty arguments that couples have because you've been through it. Like, you know, this other person seems like they've been through it with that card. So this justice card seems almost a natural.
Yeah, because
something.
Exactly. It's so basically, remember, justice is card 11. So 11 then becomes 2, which brings us back to the 2 of Cups. Yeah. So both of you owned your own stuff, okay? So both of you worked on your emotional scars, and you basically, both of you just need to be a bit chill. Yeah. It's you said your homebody lifestyle, right? So they know that at home, we're at home. When we're working, we're working. That's kind of what I'm feeling this energy is. It's like our sanctuary together is our sanctuary together. We're chill, we're happy, whatever. And we can be like a power couple or whatever when we need to be. We support each other in our work lives. So that's what I'm feeling that's about. Yeah. Okay. So the meeting point now, this is very interesting. So it's the 7 of Swords reversed. And, you know, it's kind of thematic because the 5 of Swords over here, again, is that kind of energy. It's going to, right? But as I said, no, I didn't feel it was that. And then the world made sense. But the 7 of Swords has come out reversed, okay? So this is interesting. If we look at this, right, the Seven of Swords, right, that's often considered to be a card of deception. Okay. Now, sevens is knowledge and experience. So we have 2, we have 3, and we have 2. Okay. So 4 and 3. So he's three swords here, 2 swords there, and 2 swords there. Okay. But he's not looking at the 2 swords behind. But now if we reverse that, okay, that becomes more interesting. So this is kind of telling me where and how you're most likely to connect with this aligned partner. Again, 7 knowledge and experience. So this person is also trying to find themselves, right? This is what I'm feeling. And it's about making choices. Okay. So if we say 7, the swords, right? Thoughts, elements, air, this person is kind of like building their own life and doing their own thing. So what I'm feeling is energetically, once you start to realize back here to the 7 of Pentacles, because look, it's directly underneath, right? Once you start to focus it is on what you truly want, then they'll come into your life, because I feel you're going to meet them through your work. It's some sort of connection around that, because it's a shared value, because we have 7 mirroring 7, right? And I do think that this is telling you it's about you putting down all your defensive stuff about what they need to look like and what they need to be doing, because they're going to be happy in their own world and they will compliment you by being exactly who they are. But first of all, you need to decide who it is you are and what you want. And then boom, I feel that's what's going to happen, because again, the sun promises that. Yeah. Does that make sense, Richard? Would you agree with that? Are you feeling this energetically?
I do. Yeah, I think it's interesting of the mirror, as you said, of the 2 cards there in the layout. It's fascinating. I think they know what they want. I think they
know what they want. They're just afraid to ask for it.
I feel like I don't know what industry they're in, but I just wonder if they're expecting to meet this partner inside their industry. I wonder how many walls are up inside an industry, whatever industry it is. It doesn't matter. It's a tough place to meet somebody. I think a lot of walls would be up. So it's almost like you'll see that person and that person will see you once you are yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm feeling. It's, as I said, the dropping the pretense. Remember the card of deception. So they're dropping that. And I think they're being their authentic self. So you recognize that once you are yourself. And again, it's like, yeah, we can do this, we can do this, we can build things together. But this is about you having to drop, I need to do this, I need to do that. Because remember, with the 2 of Cups up here, you don't need to have any expectations. You need to just be you.
I think that's it. I think so many times in the workplace, we all put a facade on, and especially in the model world, you put some kind of facade and you're expected to say certain things and agree with certain things and agree with the boss. But I think it's one of those moments if they come out with something not like almost outlandish, but it's heartfelt, that is like a beacon. There'll be like a beacon to this person.
They're going to be a breath of fresh air for you. And I think you need to stop trying to think, well, I need to do this for work and I need to do that for work. I think you just need to allow this person to be who they are and stop worrying about how they work, because they're going to be independent in their own life.
And they could be the same. They could be the type of person that you suddenly see them for what they are by being different to the world you're in. You'll suddenly, do you know what I mean? I think it might not be the person we're reading for is the beacon. It could be the other one. So it's kind of looking out for it as well and recognizing. Because this mirroring, I feel as if it's kind of swapping constantly.
Yeah, because if we move on to the next card, which is guidance for attraction, look at this. Wow. We have the Ace of Cups, and what did we have over here? A little chalice, right? So the Ace of Cups, and what did I already say about this? This is about divine guidance, right? This is about the birth of something new. So together you can create something, but there's a lot of healing to be done for you, okay? You need to release all the emotional blockages you have, right? And expectations, because sometimes something outlandish and different is what we truly want. Because look at this, right? You need to release the pain of the past, definitely, because again, the two water lilies again will give you that balance. I'm trying to get the sun out of the way because the sun is now coming out. Interesting enough, as we're going on to this, and we have the sun, isn't it funny? There we go.
Beautiful.
So exactly, and look at this. We have the dove over here, which is of course the divine messenger. Okay, it's spirit. Okay. Now, interesting, normally there's 5 strands of water, but there's only 4 here. Okay, so it's the balance. This card is very, very balanced. Okay, so the balance between the masculine and the feminine is very, very important, right? So you need to become balanced about who you truly are and master your own emotions. Okay, so I'm saying this is an emotional release for you. You need to allow yourself to be reborn. Okay, stop holding on to the past, because that has given you the fuel to move forward that you need. And that's what I'm feeling this, because look at the yellow, right? Yellow is fear. Release the fears. And look at the clouds, they're pink. So it's the heart chakra. Once you release those fears, you'll be able to move forward, and you'll be able to love yourself and then love the other person. That's what this is about, because only then can you have the chalice that you're looking for, the rebirth. And remember too, in the Two of Cups, the 2 cups are becoming one. They normally drink out of the 1 cup. So there's so much mirroring here, right? Becomes the chalice. Okay, we keep getting this imagery. So this is about you drinking from the grail. So you need to become whole and happy in yourself, and then everything will start to come towards you. Because again, what do I need to embody or to step into to magnetize this partner? This person will be drawn to you once you become emotionally healthy and happy about who you are. Once you release the past and stop trying to make everybody fit into a certain role. It's almost like what's coming to my head now is something I read a few weeks ago. It's like, if you're over 40 and you're still single, you need to stop dating your type.
Huh. Right.
Yeah, because it's clearly not working for you. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, but this is an emotional type. So maybe you're going for the wrong people, so maybe you need someone who challenges you in a proper way and helps you grow. Because again, getting back to the 2 of Cups, that's what that's all about. So I feel that your relationships in the past have all been about power dynamics. Either they've controlled you or you've controlled them. And that's why it hasn't quite worked. So what you need is somebody who's your equal, so that you can grow together and create something new. Hence, we keep getting the symbol of the cups. Someone who's walked away from and learned all their lessons and is quite content in who they are. You need to be of this frequency, and then you can come to move. But you need to let go of the past habits and relationships. So it's about, you need a partner who promotes you, not demotes you, and vice versa. You need to celebrate them and not try to control them or make them into a certain way. These are always such interesting things to do. So I hope when you listen to this, you'll get back to us. I hope we're not just making it all up. So
we are not.
Well, we are not. So the final card is interesting. The outcome when career and love harmonize, the shared path towards retirement, stability, and joy. And how perfect is this? It's the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about give and take.
There you go.
So being versatile is the key. So I'm joking.
There you go.
There we go. No, but it is. Look, because again, if we were looking at this in one of my other sets, we'd have a man, we'd have 2 beggars in front of him. Now he has 2 children. They still look like ragamuffins, but he has the scales here. So he knows who he is, because hence he has the red vestment, right? Under the green, which is abundance. He's the purple. So he's followed his guidance. So he's able to give and take. This person is successful. This person is able to give to those who need it, but still at the same time, not take from himself. So it's all about finding balance. So again, the outcome when career and love harmonize, you both have a beautiful balanced life where you can nurture and support each other, but then also use what you've got to help other people. So that's what's going to happen. And again, gets back to this about helping other people, using your gifts to help other people. So that's what this is all about. That's what this is all leading to. It's you using what you have, nurturing yourself, bringing in this person that's going to help you, and both of you become a team that can help other people through what you do together.
Love it. That's wonderful.
Loving that. Yeah, it's a very interesting reading. So I hope that has helped. And yes, it'll be interesting to get your feedback. So look, we're wishing you well. I hope it all works out for you. But remember, the most important thing, as RuPaul says, if you don't work for yourself, how the hell are you going to help anybody else? But you need a balanced partner. This is the thing. You need to stop trying to make them fit a role. You need to let them be them. Yes.
Well done.
So Ooh, let's have a wee look. What will we go for? So, how much time have we got left, Richard?
Well, we're at an hour now, so I don't think we've got time for much.
Okay, well, we'll do a quick one, will we? Okay.
If you've got a quick one, but it doesn't leave us time for a Cleedon.
Well, we could do this as the Cleedon. We could say this is a Cleedon. So I'll pick one that kind of aligns with all that.
Great.
Oh, this is quite an interesting one. Okay. I like this because this actually kind of ties in what we've just had. Okay. So this is from Liam from Belfast in Northern Ireland. So it's, hi Bears, my whole life has been about surviving, who hasn't, pushing, fighting, proving. Now that things have finally calmed down, I don't know who I am without the chaos. This is interesting. How do I learn to live and not just survive? So I can do this as a 3-card reading because I created one for this.
Great. Yeah? Yeah, lovely.
Okay. So we're going to have 3 positions. So what part of me was shaped by survival? What part of me is emerging now? And how can I embrace life with ease and presence? That's kind of a nice one for all of us, especially at the moment during all this eclipse season. Okay. So let me just sure I don't do that wrong. Yes. Okay. So when you're ready, Richard.
Okie dokie. I'll let you give it a lovely big shuffle from before just to clear that one and get the new one in. Mm-hmm. I think stop.
Okay. Next one. Stopping?
Yep.
Okay. What do you want?
Middle.
Middle. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Middle. Okay. I'm going to shuffle again. These are like little drag queen cards because they make my hands look big.
It's meant to be the other way around. You're meant to have
is that
giant cards so your hands look small.
Okay, well, there you go.
Sorry.
That's all right. Well, normally the cards are much bigger. We'll go on.
I was going to say, yes. I guess
this is a mini deck, I suppose. Go on.
Stop.
Okay. Top, middle, bottom. Top. Okay, and the final card is, how can I embrace life with ease and presence, which we all want to know at the moment.
Stop. And I think we'll do a bottom.
Bottom. This card is a bottom. Ooh. Wow. I'm going to put that way. Because that doesn't make sense to me. They're all reversed. That's kind of interesting. I've turned that one because it's making much more sense to me that way. Okay, so what part of me was shaped by survival? And the Chariot has come out reversed. Right, so the Chariot is ego. Right, well, of course, that makes sense. What part of me was shaped by survival? Yeah. Inertia. So this person, like, what did they say? My whole life has been about surviving and pushing, fighting, and proving. So basically, it's a bit like the eye of the tiger. To me, it feels like this person, Liam, has undergone an awful lot of pain in their life, and they had to prove themselves constantly to other people. So that's why they were pushing and pushing and pushing, because it was the battle of will to survive. You know, that's kind of interesting that the Chariot, which is all about pushing forward. So it's a bit like if they didn't, they wouldn't know how to do it. Hence, they're saying, I don't know who I am without the chaos. That's a very interesting statement, isn't it? So what part of you was shaped by survival? Well, if you didn't push forward, you were going nowhere. So actually, that's your ego has now come out of shape because there's no balance. Again, interesting enough, we have the theme of balance between black and white. You know, we have the 2 sphinxes pulling the Chariot and the yin and the yang symbols, okay, and destiny. So basically, this person had to push and push because they were being, I suspect, looking at this, it was a bad home life, this kind of stuff going on for them. So, or there was a lot of turbulence in their life and they couldn't overcome it. So without kind of getting out of where they are. So that's what I feel. This is like a constant drive for ambition and success to prove people wrong, you know? So again, so that left the ego out of balance. So what part of me is emerging now? And this is interesting because the King of Wands is like a really powerful masculine card. Okay, but this has come out reversed. Okay, so the King of Wands is again willpower, ego. So basically what this is telling me, because it's come out reversed, and in the context of this question, or bear in mind it's the context of this question, this person just wants a chilled life. right? But so the King of Wands is about future forging and everything else, and it's willpower, it's ambition, it's all that desire for success. So basically you've had it. So this has come out reverse because basically you just want to chillax. You're tired of constantly looking around the corner for this, that, and the other. So basically this is a much calmer period in your life. Normally, depending again on the context, this could be like you're blocked, your energy's dead, blah 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 blah. But for me, this is about, yes, you don't want that fight anymore. You want a much calmer, happier life. So it's about you now making the right choices to change your energy, because again, the salamander is the change. You can see it on his robes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the lion, so the lion is strength. So basically, this is about you learning to have compassion for yourself and putting down all the stuff that's been driving you with your ego and finding the balance. Because if you look, the mountains are here behind him, or pyramids or whatever they would be. And that always, remember, in tarot opposition, the mountains and stuff, the closer they are to us, tell us how far away our problems are. So you've overcome them. Really, this is now time for you to learn how to live and relax. But it's only by you going, I have enough. I have everything I need. I don't need to keep struggling. Are you able to move forward? So this is about you allowing that calmer sense, a tempered fire to take over. That doesn't mean you don't have certain ambitions, like want to live a happy life. But this is about, like, I don't need material things. I don't need this. I don't need that. This is about you just realizing enough is enough, and now is time to change. And that's what's coming out for you. It's like you need that balance in your life again, because then how can I embrace life of ease and presence? Well, the Page of Pentacles now did come out reversed, and the Pages again is a new path forward. So what I'm going to say to you about this is, again, Pentacles is the earth realm. So what it's saying to you is that you actually have everything you need, because look, we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes, five lilies. Okay. Lily is the masculine energy. Remember, it serves the rose. So what it's saying to you is, it's about, you don't need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, right? Because remember, new paths forwards, new places of study. It's actually realizing that, again, you do have everything internally that you need at the moment, but you just need to start appreciating it. Like, basically stop and smell the roses. Stop looking for the next big fix.
I was going to say that. That was in my head too. Yeah.
Because again, we're looking at this page and kind of thinking, okay, yeah, you don't need to keep expanding. You don't need to this. Basically, you just need to figure out, I'm happy where I am, because you need to take the breath. Only you can control it. Because again, it's the same thing of letting all those ego desires go, because, otherwise your whole life will pass you by. So what did it say? I don't know who I am without the chaos. How do I learn to live? Basically, what you need to do is kind of start taking time for yourself, your family, whatever it is, and spend trying to figure out, well, I don't need to be my job. This is what the world is telling you. You're not defined by your job anymore. But what are you going to use your success for? Remember we discussed 3 rules, the 3 most important questions. Who do I want to be? How do I get there? What will I do when I get it? This is telling me you're at the what will I do when I get it stage.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do, because you said you like chaos, because you need people around you doing this, that, and the other. But actually, no, what you need is stillness. So maybe what it's saying is, Page of Pentacles is asking you to take that time and ground yourself.
I think you just hit it, because you said that our person who's written in likes the chaos. Well, yeah. I don't know that you do. I think you're just used to it. You're just used to the chaos. It's not liking the chaos. I think you've got to understand that the chaos was not healthy.
Exactly. And hence the ego over here, because you thrived in chaos, but now you realize you can't do that anymore. So there's not much more detail. So maybe there's been bad relationships, bad marriage breakdowns, whatever, but that's because you don't know how to stop and smell the roses. Because you're constantly looking for that next big fix. But if you don't look after the inside, and this is exactly what I'm getting over here with the King of Wands reverse, it's that rage. You need to dissipate that fiery ambition. But also remember, King of Wands, if he's upside down, he destroys oh, he's around. So that's what I'm feeling here. So you need to just temper that rage that's inside you that pushed you forward. And again, stop and smell the roses. So maybe go and get some anger management classes, learn to do yoga. This is about you connecting back into your spirituality. Clearly, if you're listening to a spiritual podcast, you're clearly looking for something. So what it's telling me is that you need to start looking and investigating in this. And once you grab onto that, you can let it go. Because you'll find that piece of yourself that's missing. That's what this whole reading is. You need to reclaim the part of your identity that's gone.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. So there we go, guys and girls. It's been an interesting session today. So hang on, I have to reverse back. Let me think. We'll all these adjustments and updates to computers and everything kind of freak everything out, and I have to go and figure out how things work. So hopefully there isn't going to be another one for a while.
That's fine. Wonderful. Well, that was great. And again, I think a great lead on. I think we all can be in a bit of chaos.
Well, I'm just going to say one more thing, because literally the Three of Swords has come out reversed. So, and I think this is the end of the Cleon. I think this is for everybody. So the only thing that's holding you back in life is your own negative thinking. So you need to stop, take a breath, and remember everything inside you is to move forward. And obstacles are there to help us grow. So you need to think creatively how to get around them. But you will do it if you connect to the heart of who you are.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Graham.
No worries. Thank you. And look, the sun is coming through.
I know. It was wonderful to see as you were doing the reading. The sun was coming in. It was so lovely to see.
And of course, and it's gas, because Ireland, of course, naturally is 5 seasons in one day.
I was just going to say you're going to get a snowstorm in 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's been freezing, it's been lashing, it's been all sorts of things. Now the bloody sun is out. But you see, how lovely is that? So,
fantastic.
I'm hoping that we helped some people today, and we're looking forward to our next episode. And I think we're having a guest, isn't that right?
I've got 2 guests kind of primed to be on the show, but no, I've got to work out the dates with them. Now that we're all back off our summer holidays, I can work it, because one's in London, I think, so they're nearer to your time zone, and one's in LA, which makes it a little bit tougher to put together. But I'll work and see where they all are over the next few weeks, and we'll get one of them on, and then we'll get the other one on another time.
I have to say, people loved the last one that we had with Meatball, because people have been saying to me, and I loved the fact that you really didn't know who he was, and you put out the cards before he came on. So yes, we will be doing that again, because I genuinely don't know who they are.
Well, I don't think we ever planned it that way. It's fallen into that way, and now I love it, because it does mean
it makes me work.
Well, yeah, and I think it gives the guest and the viewers, listeners, hopefully realize that it's what it is. So yeah, no, it's great. And I love that I've got this little secret over you until the episode as well.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, all right, my darling. Well, listen, I'm really excited about the next show. So people, please, will you email us your questions to info@bearstea&tarot. As I said, we do have loads to get through, but we will always look to try and help the people who are in need. And that's what we do this show for. We do it for you guys. So please like and subscribe and share, and
yes,
we're here to serve you.
Do share it. Share anything you can on any of your socials. Highlight us, because the more readers and listeners that we get helps us with great questions, and it's entertaining for you.
Exactly.
Again, and I think the core is that we're helping people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll be back for more Bears Tea and Tarot in another couple of weeks, and I can't wait for the next guest. And also send us in tea, and we might try it out and see what we like. That would be kind of fun, because if we can
that's right. Yes, email us in and tell us if you want to send us tea, and then Graham will send you an address to send it to.
Exactly, or even just suggest tea for us to drink.
Oh, that's right. You don't have to send it.
Tell us your favorite. Just tell us, and we'll try it, and we'll go if we agree with you or not. That would be something fun to do. Exactly.
It would actually. Yes, that's fantastic.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you. Bye. God bless everybody. Bye.